Hello students, today we are going to learn about conservation of forest and wildlife. So students, in our previous class we have learned about conservation. What do you mean by conservation? Conservation means to protect, to save, or you can say to preserve our natural resources. But due to deforestation and human activities like encroachment of natural habitat of animals are destroying the biodiversity of nature. Efforts are being made around the world to conserve forests, to preserve wildlife and to protect them. But how to protect them? How to preserve our wildlife? That is by protection by law. Protection by law, that means it is very necessary to have strict laws and their enforcement for the protection and preservation of wildlife. For example, you can say hunting regulation. In India, you can say there are following Conservation Act to save forest. To save forest, that means the government of India has enacted a Forest Conservation Act to save forest. It aims at preservation and conservation of natural forest while meeting the basic needs of the people living in or near the forest at the same time. Children, in the same way, you can protect your forest by afforestation. Afforestation means it is the act of planting more trees. That means in the past, due to deforestation, the trees were cut down. Now, in that same place, you can replace that place by planting more and more trees. It also takes place naturally if the area is left undisturbed. Next, children, you can see that you can conserve the forest by personal and society efforts. That means some organization helps in conservation of forest through their project, program and joint efforts with the government. For example, you can see Van Mahotsav, the Chipko Andolan, a people's movement to save trees. That can also be done so that your forest can be preserved, your forest can be protected, it can be conserved. Next, you can conserve, that is by habitat preservation. Habitat preservation, in this method, protected areas such as wildlife sanctuaries, national parks, biosphere reserves, all these are established in that area. These areas are large enough to protect the diverse and whole set of ecosystem. Plantation, cultivation, cutting of trees, hunting and poaching, all these are prohibited in this area. So students, in order to protect the endangered animals, the government has established wildlife sanctuary. What is wildlife sanctuary? A wildlife sanctuary is an area within which wildlife is protected. Hunting and poaching are prohibited in this area. There are many wildlife sanctuaries in different parts of country. For example, Bandipur Wildlife Sanctuary, which is located in Karnataka. It protects a huge cluster of animals like the tiger, four-horned antelope, elephant, many more animals that have been protected in that sanctuary. Now, wildlife sanctuary, it provides protection and suitable living condition to wild animals. Now children, can you tell me what is the difference between a wildlife sanctuary and a zoo? A wildlife sanctuary is an area within which wildlife is protected. They are protected in a natural habitat. Whereas in a zoo, animals are confined within enclosures. So here in a zoo, the animals are displayed to the public in a particular time. So students, our next habitat preservation, that is national park. What is a national park? A national park is an area reserved for wildlife where they can freely use their habitats and natural resources. It is a relatively large protected area to preserve plants and animals. These areas also provide human recreation and enjoyment. Recreation, that means having fun. People are allowed to enter these areas, but exploitation of natural resources is strictly prohibited. A national park has a large species of wild animals in it. For example, you can take like Satpura National Park in Panchmati Reserve has tiger, Indian bison, barking deer, etc. Satpura National Park, the first reserve forest of India. Here you can see the finest Indian teak is also found in this forest. The evidence of prehistoric human life in these jungles collect rock shelters are also found inside the Satpura National Park. This gives us an idea of the life of primitive people. Rock paintings are found in these shelters, figures of animals and men fighting, hunting, dancing, playing musical instruments are depicted in this painting. Many tribals still live in the area. There are many more national parks of India. That is Corbett National Park, Kaziranga National Park, Bandipur National Park. So there are many more national parks in India. Project Tiger. Project Tiger is a wildlife conservation project which was launched by the government of India in 1973 to protect the tigers in the country. The objective of this project was to ensure the survival and maintenance of the tiger population in the country. There is a Satpura Tiger Reserve in the Satpura National Park, which is a part of Project Tiger. Tiger is one of the many species which are slowly disappearing from our forest. But the Satpura Tiger Reserve is unique in the sense that a significant increase in the population of tiger has been seen here. Children, once upon a time, animals like wild buffalo, lion, elephants were found in this Satpura National Park. All these animals have now vanished from this area due to illegal activities of people living in nearby areas. So students, our next topic, that is Biosphere Reserve. That means our next habitat preservation, that is Biosphere Reserve. What is biosphere? Biosphere is that part of the earth in which living organism exist or which supports life. Now what is Biosphere Reserve? Biosphere Reserve is a large protected area of land meant for conservation of wildlife, biodiversity and the traditional lifestyle of the tribal people living in that area. That means it is the part where conservation of wildlife, biodiversity and the people living in that area are being protected. That means this reserve that has been divided into 3 zones. The first, the inner zone. Inner part you can see the dark green color, that is the inner zone, which is termed as core zone. And in that area, that zone strongly protect the biological diversity and make sure that different types of plants and animals are safe from human impact. The center part or the second part you can see, that is termed as your buffer zone. This zone surround the core zone and provide a space for environmental research, recreation and tourism. The last part, that is the transition zone. Our transition zone is for local communities that have a hand in managing the resource of the area through farming, fisheries and other non-governmental activities. So your biosphere reserve that has been divided into 3 zones. A biosphere reserve may also contain other protected areas in it. For example, here you can see the Panchmari Biosphere Reserve consists of one national park named Satpura and 2 wildlife sanctuaries named Bori and Panchmari.